Okay, my name is Abdull Tarzi. I'm working on the human evolution rules, human health rules. You know, we should have. I was working on how many rules we should have. You can help us to make the rules. Everyone can help. You should. We should have about 100 to-do rules, 100 things that we all need, 100 rules that we can all use. And you're going to write things about things that we need, 100 things, like we need good human communication, like we need good human health, we need good human eyes to see, we need good human lights, we need good human walking, we need good sitting and standing, things of that nature. Those are the so you need about 100 good rules, things that we use every day. We also need about 100 things to shut or reduce or stop. These things are very bad for you, or harmful things. Things like a gun, we want to shut that. Things like jails, things like war, things like fighting, and things like uh, things like pain and suffering on a human. Things like pregnancy, possibly. Things like backache, or things like legs pain, or knees pain. Things like hands pain, or a lot of technology inside your body pain, and also we're trying to shut. It's the shutting off cigarettes or alcohol or guns and wars, bombs, not for the government, and we don't want to have that for the citizens or public either. Because if you have any of that available, both the public and citizens and business and even the government will get involved, and they'll use it wrongly. We also want to shut things like, pizza with a lot of meat. You shouldn't eat animals, or don't eat a lot of food. Well, you can't actually make laws that you can stop people's eating patterns, but I mean, you can't say don't eat a lot of food. Uh, but you can reduce the amount of food that people eat. You may be able to change people's patterns of eating with rules. So 100 bad things to shed and reduce. We read that from everybody. We'd also have a total list of 200 things. For example, we would have 100 good things that people use every day, things that people need, and we would have the 100 bad things that we need to shed. So that's 200 things. It's fairly simple. It's a list that we can all use. You can do it you can do it in 5 years to 10 years. So, for example, you'll send information to your city. You'll be able to send information to, yourself. You write the rules yourself. You'll be able to write, let's say, 10 things you like, or 20 things. Somebody might write 40 things. Somebody's really good at rules, and then you might write 100 things. Somebody might write all 200 things. 100 good things, 100 bad things. If you want to just write 40 things, that's okay. 10, let's say you want 20 things good and 20 things bad to shed. You just write yourself for yourself. How would you write it for yourself, and for your family possibly? And then keep a copy for yourself, and then send one to the city you live in. You may even post and share some information. On Yahoo it says share, share, or on Facebook it says share your information. On some of the Google, you might have post or share as well. You can save some of this on a disk and print it in a typewriter, type it, or you may also write it with a pen. You may write the rules with a pen. 100 rules, good things, 100 rules, bad things. One set of law or rules for the human body is what we need, and you should be okay. My name is Abdull Tarzi. I will, my rules are posted on the 100 good things. I already posted my rules on 100 good things, and you may be able to use my information. It's fairly simple. On the 100 bad things, I'm still working on that, and that's even easier. It's pretty simple. I may post that as well. I have sent some of my information to my city, and I sent it to my Chitan church, and I sent some information to the government as well. I think we should also. Oh, if we can't get this ruled because there's 200 countries, and that might be a little bit hard to have 200 nations have the same set of rules, because people have a lot of different rules. My guess is we can also have like a one country map, one world map, one universe for people, one all the human united to work to live in the same planet and same universe. We make it healthier and healthier by being together. you can make it very, very healthy. But if you're 200 nations, you're separated by each other, you're divided in some way, you can't make the human species very strong. You can't make the universe very strong. So it might be also a very good idea to make a one country map, one nation map, one world map, and I think it's going to be very, very easy. Um, my name is Abdull Tarzi. Things like the human vision is very important. On you would write, human needs to see, human needs to walk, human needs to sit, stand, lay down, and human you would write, human is very healthy life, human is very good life. We will have to check things like is plant life or is air life yet? I mean, is air doesn't see, plants it doesn't see, so we're not sure if plant is life, and we're not really sure about that yet. Air does move, but we don't know if it can see. So these are things you'll be looking for: is what else is life in the future. Also, human is probably not human's life right now in the universe because we are able to see, we can move and walk. But we also want to search other lives out there. I mean, even the plant itself could be life. You really have to check, does it have eyes? It may not have vision like ours, it may not have eyes like ours, but it may have some type of vision. Also, on the dogs and cats and chicken and fish, if it has two eyes like ours, or a robot or an alien that has two eyes like a human, then they're not life. Because, well, the two eyes, like these two eyes that I'm able to see with, the two eyes are actually for human being only. So that's very important. We have to list that in the rules, that the two eyes are for human beings, for people only. Only humans should have the two eyes, and nothing else should have two eyes. Planet can't have two eyes, or plant, or dogs, or cats, or a robot, or a computer should not have two eyes. The two eyes are for human. And on some other things like technology, it should never have eyes or the ability to see. I'm not sure if technology like a computer or TV should have eyes. You'll look into that. Um, but we want to safe rules, human rules from everybody. It's not from one person. That's another part of the rule. Rules and laws, or the human code, the human vision, and the human intelligence. We can't have it from one person. Like, this is just part of one person. I'm just one citizen, for example. The government talks about it themselves all the time. A senator will talk about it. A park person will talk about it. A religion person, I'm sure you've heard religion scholars, religion people talk about it, and teachers will talk about it. You might even go to like Macy's and clothes. They might give you education about clothing. So rules are from everyone, and rules are from your own perception, your own thinking. Most of the rules that I'm talking about, you just think about it. You write 10 things on a paper. A lot of the rules are from yourself, from human itself. You have the education, you have the intelligence, you have the mind. You're able to make the rules. In my view, you're able to make the rules by yourself. So I think people do very well. People are going to do very, very well, and they are going to make some very, very healthy rules for us. They're going to do just fine. People are very intelligent. People are very, they have very good minds and body. They are capable of making good human rules. Like I said, you can make 100 rules, good things, 100 rules, bad things to reduce, and that's just 200 rules, a list of 200 rules. Now, there's a lot of things that you'll see that has a list of like a T, for example. T for a lot of things. On the church, there's a cross, there's a T, or on the on a Chevrolet, there's a T. There's a T. Afghanistan has a T. Italy has a T. A lot of people have a T, or small T, or capital T. I'm Abdull Tarzi, a T. What does it mean? Sometimes the cross, we don't know what it meant. It's possibly for the T is about rules. It's possible. Sometimes the T is for people have thought about this in history, how to make some good human rules. The T is just possibly like 100 or 200 rules. Now there is a possibility that list in the future, it's just like human guidelines. You may have a T for 1,000 rules. 1,000. It's possible the list list, that's 4 letters, is for 1,000 human rules. We start off with about a couple hundred rules, 100 to about 200 rules, for example. It's not that hard to make. I can do it by myself. I can do it by myself very easily. So a lot of people will have that chance to write these rules. But it's the 200 rules, 100 good things, 100 bad things, for example, to reduce and shed. But as far as the 1,000 list, that's very exciting as well. That'll take some more time. That'll probably take, from the years 2020 to 2030, even possibly to 2040, and we can write 1,000 rules together. But at the beginning, we should start thinking about maybe 100 rules to the good things we need, 100 rules to reduce, 200 things that are very simple in a book format. I can write the book myself, by the way. I can. It's so easy. I can do it. But if the people don't participate in this, I'll just write the. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sorry. People will definitely participate in this, definitely. But I'm saying I can write the book to help you participate a little bit more. I believe people are going to participate in One Nation Map. I believe people are going to participate in the 200 rules. I'm saying I can also. People can write the rules, and some people will start putting it in a book format. Some people might put it in the internet. And people will learn and come together as one and write these human rules together. I think it's going to be fine. People are going to do wonderful with these human rules. By 2020 to 2030, we may have our first 200 rules. And by 2020 to 2030 to 2040, we might even have our first 1,000 rules. So I mean, I love human rules. I'll try to help you with those if I and write the rules for people. It's just like a human code. For example, it's a code of guidelines. When you buy a computer, it has guidelines. It's a guideline. So for a computer, you have guidelines. Well, it's the same thing for a human. You need some type of guidelines for a human to do well. If you buy, there's a lot of products that come with guidelines. There's a lot of even the vitamins or drugs or like a Tylenol or vitamins or it has guidelines on there. If you have there's a guidelines how to make a coffee or tea. If you have coffee or tea, it has guidelines. Now, there's some certain things that you should avoid, like too much food, too much drinks. Like I said, you should have 1 glass of juice. You should have 4, 5, 6 glasses of water. It's up to you. You should have 3 meals still, but you should have it's very important. Myself, I discovered writing these guidelines. You should have a vegan diet. You should have vegan food. You should have vegan food all the time, which is do not eat meat, do not eat animals, don't eat any type of things that are foreign to food. For example, just have good bread, good beans, rice. You can have juice, you can have fruits, salad, all that stuff. But you shouldn't eat any animals. Don't put any animals in there, any meat from animals, because this is your human body. 2 lives doesn't mix as far as eating it. You shouldn't mix with an alien. You can't eat an alien, and you can't eat a cow or chicken or fish. So 2 living things should not mix together. So those are the things you should look into. It's fairly simple. I hope that people will participate in this. I hope people will join us. I hope people will make this human rules. You join the human rules every day. It's very possible. I mean, you join the human rules every day. It's our human species rules that the citizen should also take. You should also participate as a citizen. My name is Abdull Tarzi. Thank you very much, and have a great day.